Vizier allows you to create viewport image viewers with full control in terms of context, placement, and size. Let's add a Vizier pane to our workspace. I'm going to go over to the Render tab and click on the Add Vizier pane, and we get a Vizier pane here in the upper left corner of our workspace here. We can place this pane anywhere we want in the window. For instance, if I don't want it here, I can grab from the center here and put it down here. I can actually just put it anywhere I want. Let's go ahead, and I like to leave it up here for right now. And if I want to change the size of my pane, well, I just grab any of the corners and I can size it and place it anywhere I want. I'm going to go ahead and place it about here. Let me make it a little bigger. Okay, so as you can see, it's viewing right now. It's viewing all of the images from the image editor, different images that I have, like a diffuse map and bump map and color map for my nickel here, and I can use the slider to just slide through the various images that I have in my scene. By double-clicking on the pane, I get my Vizier settings, which allows me to customize this pane. I can add another pane from here, but let's go ahead and just start with this one pane. I can set the maximum number of renders I want to display, or images in this case. I can remove the pane. I can change the double-click time for when I want to open up this window. I can say what window do I want it in. If I'm working in a quad view, I can decide what pane, what part of the workspace I want to place this pane. I can determine what I want to show. Well, in this case it says images and renders. We don't have any renders in the scene yet, so it's just displaying the images, but let's go ahead and just change this to images only. We'll add another pane for our renders. Okay, and we can sort the images by, and we have various other options like the background color and pane opacity. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close this, and let's move our pane down here. I'm going to create another pane. We're going to use this new pane to display our renders from our scene, but before we do that, we need to have it render to an image. So I'm going to go to Render Options, and under Render Display, I'm going to choose Render to Image. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close that, and let's go ahead and create a new Vizier pane. I'm going to set it here, double click. Let's change our setting from Show Images and Renders to Show Renders Only. Since we have no renders, it's using one of the image maps as our kind of placeholder for a render. Let's go ahead and do an F9 test render, and when we close our render status window, we get the rendered image in our pane. Let's go ahead and create several more renders, and we'll be able to display them in our pane. I went ahead and created several renders, and if I scrub through, I can see the various renders that I did, and of course I can change the size of my pane to display however many I want, and I can place it anywhere in the window that I want and quickly look through the various renders all within my viewport here. In this configuration, I have my image maps in this viewport, and I have my renders in this viewport. And then of course I can move around in my scene in here, and I can see my camera view here. So you really can customize this any way that fits with your workflow. Whether you're previewing renders, reviewing available images for surfacing, or just looking at reference images when you're lighting, Vizier lets you do this inside of your workspace viewports.